Hello, I am Marie Contreras. For the last 20 years, I have been a vintage and antique collectibles reseller on eBay. For the last 5 years, I have run my own pet care business. I write a weekly blog about pet care, and I recently wrote my first book about caring for dogs. I make videos on this channel about growing a small business, saving money, and living life on your own terms. If this sounds like something you would enjoy, stick around. I hope you enjoy what I created for you.
Hello. Today I want to talk to you about a group that I have been having a lot of fun in. It's called a Buy Nothing group. It's part of the Buy Nothing project, which is a project that they're working on worldwide to help communities get to know each other, neighbors helping neighbors, swapping things. It's a gifting community, and their goal is to make life better by growing community, fostering gratitude, and lowering consumerism. So basically, I'm going to backtrack and tell you the story about how I was initially exposed to it. We had rolling power outages last year to help reduce the chance of forest fires. And it was summertime. It was probably early evening. The sun was starting to set, but it wasn't quite dusk yet. And one of my favorite neighbors was outside watching her young boys run around the garden area. I had just gotten home from work, so it was probably about 5:30. I started dinner. It was dark inside the condo though, because we had a power outage. So I thought, it's Friday night, I'm gonna pour a glass of wine and go outside and just enjoy a nice summer night. So I went outside and I saw my neighbor there, and she had made a comment about my wine, and I told her that I had more and I'd be happy to bring her a glass, which I did. And so we were out there, we were sitting and we were enjoying a glass of wine, and we were watching the boys play and burn off some steam. And she had mentioned that there was a local Facebook group for our neighborhood, the city that we live in, that was all about swapping stuff between neighbors. You weren't allowed to sell anything. Everything had to be offered up freely. And she said that since we're in a nice neighborhood, there was a lot of good stuff getting swapped. So I was intrigued. And so I Googled Buy Nothing and my city. And sure enough, there was a group that popped up. The group that she was in was already closed to new members because they try to keep the groups small. But there was another group, a second group for our city that was still accepting members. So I got in the second group. I read all the rules. They were the standard Facebook group rules, be nice to each other, don't talk about politics, don't talk about religion, don't bully people, the usual be nice rules. And they had a couple other rules that were specific to the Buy Nothing group, like you couldn't sell anything. If you want to sell something, this wasn't the group. That when you're giving something away, they want to use hashtags to make it easy to find things. So if you're offering something, you start your post with hashtag gift. If you're asking for something, you start your post with hashtag ask. After you've given it away, you put hashtag given. And some basic rules that were very easy to follow. So I started listing some things that I had and giving them away. And the first thing that I gave away was kind of strange. In order to make kombucha, you have to have a mother, which is a live yeast. It looks like a pancake, but it's made out of yeast and it's kind of slimy. But that's what the mother is, and that's what you need in order to make kombucha. Well, I spent a lot of time making kombucha last year, and I have a hotel full of kombucha mothers. And I was getting ready to make some more kombucha, and every time you make a new batch, you grow another mother. And so I thought, I'll be the weirdo and I'll offer kombucha mothers. And somebody was like, oh my goodness, I've wanted to do this and I would love to know more. So I taught her how to make kombucha and I gave her a kombucha mother. And she was so nice and so friendly. I met her at the curb. We had our masks on. We were, following all the health protocols. But it was nice and she didn't live far because everybody in our group lives in our particular little city. And Los Angeles is made up of many little neighborhoods. I've got my zip code, which is for the city I live in, but my mail says Los Angeles. But I'm in a smaller city within Los Angeles. So it was nice to meet the neighbors. So at first I was just giving things because I felt like, well, I have too much stuff. I don't need anything. But I was kind of scrolling through and seeing some of the stuff that was being given, and it was fun. And so I started seeing, like when we had pouring down rain last week, they were giving away like rain boots that had never been used that were in my size. And so I said, hey, I'm a dog walker. Those would come in handy. And I got the rain boots, and it was fun going to get something. When I lost weight, I dropped a couple sizes. And so all my wardrobe had gone from extra large to large. And now I was approaching mediums and smalls. So I didn't want to keep buying clothes because I'm not done, trying to get healthier and to trim down. But somebody said, hey, my daughter-in-law went through her closet and her stuff's all beautiful, but she doesn't want it. And I've got 4 bags of clothes that are mediums and smalls. And so, you can give things to whoever you want in the Buy Nothing group. You get to choose. You have total autonomy over that. But I got the 4 bags of clothes. And so when I went through the clothes, it was kind of fun going through and seeing things that I wouldn't have picked for myself. The daughter-in-law was probably in her 20s or 30s. The stuff was sexier and cuter and hipper than anything that I had in my closet. And so I had fun going through that and basically getting a new wardrobe. So all of my older stuff that was too big for me now, I did the same thing, and I offered that up to somebody who was doing the exact same thing as me, but she was, a little bigger than me still. And so she was happy to get my 3 bags of clothes. And the premise of the Buy Nothing group, it's not all about the stuff. It's about building community, and it's about getting to know your neighbors. And it's not even always stuff that you're giving away. Some people have talents, or they have time, or some people need a gift of time. There's, people in the group that can help you clear out a closet, or can go work out with you, or can be your workout buddy or your walking buddy, or they schedule play dates for their dogs and visit each other and do that. It harkens to a time when we did this naturally, but now we need help getting to know our neighbors and interacting with each other, I think. And I think that's the beauty of the Buy Nothing group is I've had nothing but good experiences out of it. I've gotten homegrown vegetables from a neighbor's garden, fruit from their trees. They'll give away anything, just about, as long as it's within the Facebook guidelines. You can't give away alcohol or tobacco or, things that are against the rules that way. But it's just kind of fun to see what pops up and to see what need pops up. It seems like the people in the group are very generous and very grateful, and they're just nice people. And I've really enjoyed it. I needed help clearing out I have a storage closet on my patio. And on Wednesdays in our group, they call it Wishful Wednesday. And they run a thread where everybody posts what they've been wishing for. And I added to the thread, kind of tongue in cheek, there's a mouse or a squirrel or something living in that closet. And I haven't opened the door in a year because I'm afraid to open it. And so, I've been trying to work on improving my condo, and I know that I have to clean out that closet, but I'm terrified to open it. And so Wishful Wednesday came around, and I thought I would like someone to come help me open that door and clear out that closet. And I did not expect anybody to do anything more than laugh at me. But I had a volunteer that offered to come help me, and we've got a date coming up in a week or two to go through that closet and open it up. And I never would have thought a stranger would come help me deal with that. But they do. And they'll help you hang a light fixture or hang a painting or whatever you can think of that you need help with from another human. There's somebody that wants to help you. I've gotten extra bags of dog food. I've given away full bags of bird seed. Just random, odd things that at first you look at the list and you're like, really? But then as you're doing it, it just feels more like community. Also, our group has monthly community cleanups. And so they will pick a stretch of road or a portion of the neighborhood that needs a little love. And so you're welcome and invited in the group to bring your family, bring your friends, bring your kids, gloves and trash bags, and just clean for an hour or two. And, when you pitch in with your neighbors like that, it feels really good. So that is what I know about the Buy Nothing group. I know they have a podcast also, which I will link in the description. I've listened to a couple episodes of it, and it's really lovely. One of the hosts of the podcast, she funded her whole wedding through the Buy Nothing project, and she ended up spending nothing. She got the minister for free, she got the dress, she got the reception, she got the venue. Everything was donated to her from people within her community. And it's just a lot of fun, and I would encourage you to check it out in your neighborhood. All you have to do is Google Buy Nothing and your city, and there's probably a group in your city, if not in your city, in the next city over. Because no matter how remote your area is, the next city over probably has something. And I would strongly encourage you to check it out and participate, because what a wonderful way to get to know your neighbors and save money and clear out your clutter all at the same time. That's all I've got for today on that. Bye till next time.
If you enjoyed this video, nudge the like button. If you would like to see more like this, consider subscribing. If you would like to read the blog or check out my new book, I'm going to leave links to them in the description. Thank you for watching. Bye till next time.